Who calls it winter season and not the wedding season? We ask because in India, year after year, winter launches a riot of colors, a clash of studded giant skirts and a battle of buffets, quite literally. It is like the wedding Hunger Games. It is the survival of the fittest. For the happy couples who embark on the unhappy journey of planning endless guest lists, visiting countless stores and splurging on feasts. It is a high-pressure time for the attendees too. Everyone from the drunkles to the howling children, they shuttle between cities, plan a series of outfits and show up for the multi-day extravaganzas to celebrate the couple and criticize the wedding food. Of course, what's not openly discussed is the money, but it is no secret that in India there is no business like the wedding business. Indian weddings are a $130 billion industry, the second biggest in the world, second only to China, where the wedding industry is worth about $170 billion. Although India is expected to surpass this by next year. It should not come as a surprise. Two reasons why. One, India is home to the highest number of weddings in the world, 10 million every year, 10 million weddings every year. If you don't believe us, refresh your Instagram feed. Every time you do that, another wedding reel pops up. And two, Indian weddings are elaborate affairs. People often spend beyond their means. The average Indian spends twice as much on weddings as on education, which is not something to be proud of, but that's how it is. The average spend is $14,000 per wedding or 12 lakh Indian rupees, which is 3 times the average annual income of an Indian household and about 5 times the per capita GDP. And this is just the average number. Indian weddings can be over the top, and that's an understatement. Inspired by Bollywood and funded by rising disposable incomes, they're getting bigger and fatter. This year, between mid-November and December, about 5 million weddings were held in India. They generated $70 billion in business. That is up from $55 billion last year. And out of these 5 million weddings, about 50,000 cost more than 1 crore rupees each. 1 crore is more than $110,000, a lot of money to spend on one wedding. So where is all of this money going? For starters, in photo shoots. There are pre-wedding, post-wedding, and now even honeymoon photo shoots. So Bali is probably witnessing the new Indian tripling, husband, wife, and the photographer. But jokes aside, about 10% of the budget is spent on the location, mostly thanks to destination weddings, which have grown significantly from 18% in 2022 to 26% this year. And in case you're not in on the trend, let's bring you up to speed. Oman and Portugal are the new hot destinations if you're looking to go abroad. And Goa, Pushkar, Udaipur and Kerala are your best options if you're following the Wed in India campaign. At least that's what surveys say. So location takes up a big chunk of the budget. Then comes catering. Another 10% of the budget is spent on catering, contributing to the annual $14 billion in food wastage. Another 6% of the budget is devoted on music and sound, so that geriatric guests cannot hear their own thoughts. And the young guests can showcase unpracticed Sangeet moves. Then there are some other beneficiaries like the retail and jewelry market, auto market, even social media planners. They will curate your wedding feed and churn out wedding reels within hours because month-late wedding movies are so last season. Planning an Indian wedding is not for the weak-hearted. Yet despite all your efforts, your guests may still complain. But remember, the Indian economy will thank you because Indian weddings are big business and they're only getting bigger.